Hi, my name is Greg Palia. I'm with West Roofing Systems, and welcome to another edition of Whiteboard Roofing. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what's the best option to fix a commercial roof without replacing it. Certainly, you never want to 100% replace a roof if you can avoid it. There's a lot of labor involved with tear-off. It just costs a lot of money for all the labor, paying the landfill costs. Then you have to buy all the new material to replace the roof with. But if you can get away with, only restoring, 5% of that roof and then putting a coating system or a foam system on top of that, it's going to be way more beneficial to the building owner. So really the best option is a silicone roof coating system or a spray polyurethane foam roof. But it really depends on the current condition of the roof and what roofing system you already have installed. So that's what we're going to get into today. The first question is, why is replacing your roof so bad? As opposed to cost. We know the labor, the landfill costs, etc. It's bad with cost. It's also bad for the environment. Why deposit insulation that's still good and working good to the landfill? It's just not good for the environment. And then it's also a burden on business interruption. Having to replace 100% of your roof, the contractor's going to be on site way more often. You're going to have the safety flags everywhere. They might have walkways designated. You might have to move cars. It's just a business interruption that could be avoided. Another question is, does the number of existing roofing systems matter? Yes. Per building code, 2 is the maximum roofing systems you can have installed. So if you have 2 already, and you want to do a spray foam roof, you just cannot do that unless you remove at least 1 roofing system completely, no matter what. But the roof coating side, just coating only, it's not considered a roofing system. It's considered roof maintenance. So you can, remove the wet insulation parts, remove some of the bad membrane, and just put that roof coating system over top. It's still considered 2 roofing systems. So, real short, if you have 2, you need to remove something before putting a foam roof on there. But if you have 2, you can do a coating system without doing the full removal. And of course, if you have 1, you can do whatever you want. Next thing, is there any R value that's desired? Real short, roof coating systems have no R value. I've reached out to a couple manufacturers of coating. They officially label it as less than 1 on their data sheets, so it pretty much has no R value at all. Now it has like reflectivity, and if you have a darker roof and you put a white coating on it, you reduce the roof's temperature and reflect the sun off the roof and reduce the roof's temperature, so that's a good thing. But spray polyurethane foam has an R value of 6.5 per inch of thickness. It's the highest R value per inch of thickness for any type of insulation out there. But if you have to remove, say your roof's in pretty bad shape, and you need to remove your roof all the way down to the deck, now your project's considered new construction. You're going to have a minimum R value that you need to hit. Could be an R20, R25, R30, just depends on what zone you're in. But if you have to go down to the deck, you're going to have to put 4 inches of foam in there to get to an R25. You definitely wouldn't want to go the coating route because it doesn't give you any R value. And then the last thing is, what's the best option based on the existing roofing system? It pretty much goes into if the roof is granulated, unsmooth, rocky, coarse. If that's the case, you don't want to lean on a coating system because you have to put a ton of coating on there and it's going to be not cost effective. You have to fill in all those areas to make it smooth and then do the mill thickness on top of it to get the warranty. It's just a lot of product. It's not very efficient. Spray polyurethane foam, it's always at least 1 inch thick. It can go 1 to 4 or 5 inches thick if needed, but if it's coarse and unsmooth, spray foam is definitely your route because it can already get into those coarse areas and expand it and make it a perfect slope by then. That's really it for today. In the description, there's a link to the full blog post where you can learn more about each of these points. Hope you learned at least one thing new today, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.